Yo, 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 we live on location, New York City, NBA Draft Week 2024, man. I got the blackest one with me as always. As the Knuckleheads, it's our pleasure to do this collab right now with our big homie, our big brother, our OG, KG Certified, a.k.a. Kevin Garnett, a.k.a. Big Ticket. Coming to the stage, Big Kendrick Perkins,
Big
everybody.
Perk.
Give it up for Big Perk, NBA champ in the building.
Big Perk.
Hey.
Big Swamp Thing.
I'm just saying,
Right.
I was afraid that these chairs had a weight limit.
Nah, these chairs is big enough.
Hey,
These
yo,
bigger
man,
than big
you
boys.
fall asleep enough,
Carry
bro.
on.
I'm telling you, they better than tax-free money.
My first question for you, Big Perk, man. Which one of these teams gonna take the leap next year and do something like Minnesota or something like Dallas did
Good question.
this year?
Good question, D.
Memphis and Ja, they go bounce back,
Yup.
right? All that he been through in season-ending injury.
Right.
But I'm looking at the Rockets. I like what Ime Udoka doing over there. I like what he doing over there. He got a culture. He got some fucking dogs.
Got some pieces.
He got some pieces. He got a leader in Fred Van Vliet.
Yup.
The young boy,
Jeff
Jalen Green.
Yeah.
He took a leap this year,
Big league.
and I heard they trying to get Marcus Smart. And then they got draft picks, so they could maneuver and work some things out. He'll come tomorrow.
I like Şengün, bro. What y'all think of Alperine Şengün? Big fella down there,
big
Euro
fella.
with the footwork, with the post game. I was an early buyer on him. You remember Black? I was in like, yo, he got footwork. You know, I'm an old school. I like post game. I like footwork. I like moves, and he showed that early.
So look, I was actually working the draft when he got drafted, and when I was looking at, because I didn't know who the fuck that was, right? And when they gave me the notes, they was like, oh, he's like a baby Jokic, and you be wanting to say like,
Right.
man, get the hell out of here. But then all of a sudden it's like,
Baby
nah,
Joker.
yeah, he out here showing it,
Nice.
and he a dog,
Dog.
and he a dog.
Nice.
And he'll leave some earth a little bit more than Joker too. He
Yeah.
jump over more than the full
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
book.
He gonna put you in the basket. He gonna snatch the screws out the rim.
Yeah, he
So,
nice.
but I'm looking at the Rockets, man. I'm like, shit. Ime Udoka, he got the attention. You know, they started playing great late, and you know they was knocking at the door of the play-in tournament. So I'm like, shit, they can make a lot of noise.
Q, I don't mean to disrespect you, but it just feels good to be up here with my straight out of high school alumni. You know, I know you might not know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't feel disrespected. I feel like I'm the most enlightened motherfucker on this stage. I'm the only one that has some type of college. Y'all motherfuckers is just, you know, y'all out here. Y'all in the
You
world.
stay with
Straight out
the black.
high
I
school
think
guys.
you want to be darker. I think you want to be chocolate. You want to leave that hazel tone. You want to come over to this blue.
Listen,
Okay.
I ain't boxed in. I'm like Switzerland. I ain't really light. I ain't really dark.
Yo,
I'm like,
like
in
a
the
Kit
middle
Kat.
somewhere.
You know, you like Kit Kat. That's
Hey,
your
man,
color.
look, I play my position, bro. That was the Lord gave me what he gave me. I'm cool.
Oh, caramel motherfucker over there.
Talk about the Knicks next year, though.
They better put some respect on my boy Big Bully Brunson name. I
Listen.
know that.
Listen, real shit, man. I'm just saying, you know, like for real shit, Boston, hands down, was 20 games, 15 games better than any team in the league, right?
Yeah. Yep.
If you look at what the Knicks have done with Bogey, with the kid that came from OG,
Yep.
man, ain't nobody talking about Robert. Like, I'm looking at the help pieces. You need a defender, you need a closer, and you need some dogs. They got, man, that's what I'm saying. 3 Da Vinci, Hart, all them, they got experience, bro. They deep as hell.
They
deep as
creeping
hell, bro.
too, Tick. They trying to steal Bridges from Brooklyn on the low. That's real under the radar. But if they get their other
Brooklyn
Nova
Bridges?
brother from
See,
Brooklyn,
then we really
that's
the Nova
smoking the
Knicks.
city.
Then they really the Nova
That's
Knicks.
smoking the city.
If they
could
get that kid-
Mikal
Is
Bridges
it an
instead of
odd man
OG.
out, though?
Huh?
Is it an
What?
odd man out
What
on the
you mean?
Knicks? Like, is Randall the odd man out? Like,
Nah,
is the
nah,
odd
he's
man
not.
out?
And
You got-
look, here's the thing. You don't fucking trade Randall. You know the best thing that happened for any player is that when they get injured and your team has success, you get a chance to sit back and evaluate yourself. and be like, damn, okay, when I get back on the floor, I gotta start maneuvering this way. I gotta start making the extra pass this way. I gotta start losing myself in the team. So when your team have success, they won 50 games. Jalen Brunson was the best player in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. The man was averaging 34 since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Led the league in the postseason for scoring-wise.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, though, Perk. Who seems more likely to come to that team, like whether it's Randall coming back or Bridges coming to the team? Who you think will fit in better, excepting Big Bully Brunson, you the man? Is it going to be Mikal Bridges, who came from college with him being the man, or is it going to be Julius Randle, who before he got hurt, he was the man who made the All-Star team and he didn't?
Man, let me tell you.
I'm just asking.
Let me tell you what let me tell you what KG told Wick Grossbeck one time, the owner of the Celtics. They bumped heads in the ball signing. KG was like, shit, you go find somebody else to give you this 20, 10, and 5 a night. You ain't finding nobody else right now that's going to give you 20, 10, and 5 assists a night. Julius Randle giving you that. However you want to look at it, that's hard to replace.
It is.
He giving you 20, 10, and 5. And 3 or 4 of those rebounds are offensive.
Hey, Perk, guess what? Tell me how many games Mikal Bridges has missed since high school.
I get that.
Tell me.
I get that.
If you ain't healthy, you can't give me 20, 10, and 5.
But
this man, Mikal Bridges, ain't missed a game.
But look,
not one.
This is Julius Randle's first season missing games.
Listen.
Here's the thing. You gotta have something.
You couple that with the Villanova connection.
I get that, Q.
That's tough
Q,
to pass up
Q,
on.
I'm with you on that.
It's built-in continuity they got there.
But here's the thing that they looking at. When you face the Celtics, at some point, you got to have something to expose them. Julius Randle exposed them at some point. Because if you playing him and that Isaiah Hartenstein on the floor together, that means
Hartenstein going to OKC or Orlando.
No, he's not.
He out of here.
No, he's not. They go trade.
Cancel Christmas on that.
They go trade. So?
They can't pay everybody.
They go trade Mitchell Robinson, man. You can't trade with Hartenstein.
All I know is you can't keep everything. You right. If Mitchell Robinson go, then they can do that. But listen, what I see a lot of T-League, OKC coming to get that kid. And he fit perfect with OKC. They coming to get Hartenstein. I seen it the other day. And it raised my eyebrows when I saw it. I didn't think of it before I saw it. I said, oh, that's all they need.
Yeah.
A selfless dude who don't need the ball, who gonna take whatever come to him behind Holmgren. All OKC needed, all year was a big. Yeah. And they got Caruso, and if they get Hartenstein, it's
Let me tell you something.
Come on now.
I knew the world was in fucking trouble when Sam Presti had his end of the season interview. Did you hear it? He was basically talking about how he fucked up on the Gordon Hayward trade.
Exactly. I messed up.
Yeah, and me knowing Sam Presti, soon as he got an opportunity, same Alex Caruso he could have got at the trade deadline with giving up picks, he got him. That man out here trading in used cars and bringing back Benz.
They get Hartenstein. Listen, come on, fellas, they was number 1 in the West. What? All they lost was Josh Giddey, and no disrespect, I fuck with Josh Giddey, but he played terrible for them in the second half of the season to the playoffs. Alex Caruso shot 40%, well, regardless of what we think of his 3-ball. He shot 41%, and we all know he a fucking dog lockdown defender. Him, SGA, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Hartenstein, them boys off the bench.
I need to see how it worked, though. You know how it go. It look good on paper until you get it out there. Look at Phoenix. You didn't think Phoenix was going to look like this. You know what I'm saying? I need to see it. I need to see it, though. And free agency is going to change a lot of things. Man, the West so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Think about if Paul George leaves the Clippers. The Clippers still cool. The Clippers still have a decent team. Like, the West so crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Who y'all think take the biggest step, the biggest leap next year? Indiana, Orlando, or Memphis?
I'm telling y'all something, man. Memphis to me.
Memphis?
Because you know why? We had a whole 365 and Ja was in no narrative. Man, y'all remember 2 years ago when Ja was in the league? What kind of noise he was making?
He was the future face.
He was the face before Anthony Edwards. Y'all remember when the Minnesota Timberwolves played the Memphis Grizzlies and what that series looked like? That's what I'm saying. So he's going to be in the narrative somewhere in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And I don't hear his name nowhere in it.
I'm looking at the Magic. And
I like the Magic too.
I'm looking at how weak the East is. And I'm like, shit, they push Cavs to 7 games. They got that experience.
They gonna sign somebody. And I don't know if it's like I don't really buy the whole Clay leaving Golden State until it actually happens. I'm with you on that.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know a team in the league I don't know a team in the league that's stacked up like the Orlando Magic for as perimeter defenders.
We got some young goons out there.
They got the size, the length, the athleticism.
This is the thing that I said, I do broadcasts for them. People don't understand around the league how good Paolo and Franz Wagner is.
That's true.
Like, Paolo's starting to get the love. He made All-Star this year, but they still sleeping on Franz. Franz is a fucking dog.
Oh, yeah.
And he can do a little bit he's like Hito Turkoglu 2.0 because Turk never played defense. Turk wasn't an energy. Franz has a way higher motor than Turk, but like he's very similar. Turk was a better ball handler, probably a better shooter, but he can do a lot of the same things that Turk could do. Oh, wow. Maybe not to the same level, but he bring a lot of that to the table. Like, I didn't watch this boy Franz, and he surprised the shit out of me. He could fucking hoop. He a dog.
I had Ben Carroll. I voted him. I gave him a vote for All NBA third team. I'm like, damn. Nice. They fifth in the West.
He got great upside, man.
Straight up.
He got great upside, and you can tell he want to be let out the package a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He got some dog in him there. He got some other. Yeah, he got some other. Trying to tap into a little bit of his. Yeah. So I can tell that. I can feel that. You know what I'm saying? I like young Pablo though.
He just figuring out really what he got, bro. But the thing that I love about this kid, we was at the Jordan Board of Governors. I called it the Jordan Family Reunion last summer at Puerto Rico. This like the kick it trip. Bro, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going out to the beach with my wife. We about to go, Mike, Bibby, his wife, my wife, we about to go kick it. Me and Mike looking, we see somebody down on the beach like 30, 50 yards away doing sprints. I'm like, who the hell is that? Me and Bib, we go walk out. It's Paolo. He out on the beach at 10 a.m. in Puerto Rico, hitting it. And I saw him later that night. I said, okay, I see you out there, young fella. He told me, he said, ain't nobody else out here working out, OG. He was like, that's my chance to get a one-up on him. I said, okay, young fella, I see you. That let me know you got a little something different to you when you see, it's the little things you see. He was out there really on that.
He's giving us what we thought Ben Simmons was going to give us on some real shit. We thought Ben Simmons was going to be him.
Hell no.
Hell yeah, coming out of LA.
I didn't think that, but
no.
I understand where you're coming from.
No way.
I personally didn't think that, but I feel what you're saying. The level of talent, the type of talent he's supposed to be, I can feel that.
Take it, not now. I'm talking about, but Ben Simmons coming out of LSU.
Listen,
I saw Ben Simmons before he went to LSU.
I never thought that if you were in the league
and
you didn't have a jump shot, bro, I was trying to see how he was getting. I never understood how he was in the league with no G. How?
No, that ain't.
How you in the league with no G, bro?
Nope, that ain't it for me.
Defense and
I believe. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you where Ben Simmons lost me. This honest to God truth. I still to this day don't give a damn that he didn't have a jump shot. He made All-Star team off that. He was almost Rookie of the Year with no jumper, right? This is my thing. When Ben Simmons lost me was when he showed me that he don't love basketball. You want to know how he showed me that? All four of us up here, we did this since we can remember. And we all die about this shit, right? The one thing that you could do to any one of us to get our attention, I don't care what we do, if you take the game away from us, all bets is off. I'm about to do whatever I got to do to figure it out to get the game back. My man took the game away from himself. He's figured out different ways to not play. Nobody's going to take it from me, and I'm damn sure not going to take it from myself.
This motherfucker right here, he probably thought I was a hard-headed youngster and wasn't listening.
You were.
No, I wasn't, motherfucker. I listen to everything.
I heard you listening. I know you listen. You still a hard-headed motherfucker. Though.
Hey, so he always used to tell me, he say, man, I watch these little young motherfuckers around the league, and I want to watch and see how they act after they get the bag. Ben Simmons got the bag, and we start seeing the true Ben Simmons. But what I'm saying is that Paolo, Ben Simmons, is 6'10", both 250, 260. I'm thinking like, yeah, man, shit, you get a J, you work on your game. Nobody couldn't tell me that Ben Simmons wasn't going to be polarizing. Like, he was the number 1 pick that was drafted based on his potential. Same with Paolo, but Paolo just hit it like, shit, I'm here.
I don't see being nothing like Paolo. That's in
no.
hindsight.
No,
so I
I'm
could
with you on
say,
that.
like,
I'm
maybe
with you
if
on
we
that.
asked before we saw what we saw and you did what you did with the height, but knowing what I know and seeing how he go, I feel like that's disrespectful to Paolo.
Oh,
He's saying that like they both 6'10", they
Yeah,
both
when they
agile.
coming out.
Yeah. Clean that all the way up. But them totally 2 different players.
Yeah.
And Paolo got another level to him too, I think.
What?
got
Hell
another
yeah.
level
He ain't even discovered
That's
really
what I'm
how
saying.
deadly he is and how much of a mismatch he is in that mid-post. When he get that mellow part of the game to him, it is over.
He sound like that young kid who want to cuss and ain't cussed yet. That's like when I hear his interviews, you can tell he got a good mom because he'll be in the interviews
No.
like, yeah,
Great, listen.
we was at the Lakers tonight. Did you hear one of? And then you'll see him
The
like,
first thing you notice when you meet him is that he is a great fucking kid.
That's
He is
the
a
first thing.
great fucking
Great kid,
kid.
yeah, word.
He
young
ain't
kid
got
that
that
Ain't no rock,
to
ain't no
him
rock.
yet. If he had that, it might be like, oh shit, like wait a minute. Like
he right there though. I can see. I like a young Orlando team.
Is it anybody in this draft that y'all interested to see?
This might be one of the drafts where for a very long time we haven't followed someone, like think about Zion, think about Ja, think about everybody that's Paolo, all the guys we talk about, Jason Tatum. We've not seen their duration come up to this part. This is the first time I've not seen a main character in this big story of the future.
I can't say that I'm well versed about a lot of these guys. And I know that I watched the college game on the ground at high school events, at All-American games, and it's still like I'm baffled by how like the last 3-4 years, whether it's the draft or just in the league, I'll be looking at games like, wait, who the fuck is that? Like, damn, how did I miss him? I'm somebody who watched everything. I watched college, I watched high school, and then they get here and I'm like, I don't know who he is.
This gonna be a draft of role players, starting from the number 1 pick. Like
Somebody gonna be nice, bro.
Like you may get out of this entire draft.
Every draft yields
you
somebody.
may get 5 guys that's gonna be all-star caliber players knocking at the door.
That's a lot. My draft didn't have that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
5 All-Stars in this draft?
no. I'm
5
saying,
is a lot,
later down
Perk.
the line.
Okay, potentially.
Potentially.
Gotcha,
And look, I'm stretching it with that. It's a reason that every single motherfucking team who got picks, they trying to trade them motherfuckers. They want no smoke because next year draft, that's the motherfucking draft.
Oh, that's the Cooper and all them, eh?
That's Cooper Flag. That's
Cooper Flag.
That's Trey Johnson.
Yup.
Like they got some motherfuckers coming in that draft. This year draft is like some pieces, like even Big Edie from Purdue, right? Like where he go land? Is he go get quality minutes? Klingling, like he's gonna land somewhere, get quality minutes. Now you just looking. The Spurs got 2 lottery picks. What they gonna do with them? I think they should package them up. And damn it, you got to go get somebody.
Right.
Because the motherfucker Wemby, he want to win now.
Oh no, he's special. He different.
That motherfucker ain't left the United States. You know how most Europeans, when they get drafted to a situation, as soon as the season over with, they go on to the crib. He got drafted, he went to San Antonio. I'm gonna put on 12 pounds of muscle. This year, he done put 10 more pounds of muscle on.
He need to pull up to UCLA this summer.
Hey, real talk.
Yeah, he need to get into the culture. Real talk. Women need to go play in the summer. Summertime basketball totally different from the NBA stuff.
We gonna get him out there. Hey, listen, I want to transition because we ain't had Big Perk on the pod yet. I want to get into some Knuckleheads, Big Perk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got the man out of Beaumont, Texas.
Right.
I didn't watch them on ESPN talking about you don't get in that Texas Hall of Fame without putting up some Wilt numbers.
Right.
So let's talk about that 27.5, 16.9. and nearly goddamn 9 blocks per game, big fella.
That's working, bro.
I heard about you down there. You going against my teammate Jackie Butler, Monte Ellis. Look, Jackie Butler was my man. He the first one that told me you was a big dog down there. So tell me about what it was like for you coming up in Beaumont, Texas, being a big center down there in the big country, making big noise down there, big fella.
How I say it?
Beaumont. Beaumont.
Nah, but I mean, you know, shit. It's a small town of 100,000 people. Shit, I was raised by my grandparents. They were my motivation. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother made $60 a week. Grandfather made $300 a month cleaning up the church. So they was my motivation to get out. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just like once I started hitting those growth spurts, and then all of a sudden I get introduced to the AAU basketball world, Houston Hoops. I go with one of KG former teammates in Minnesota. I'm playing with him for about 5 years, Indy Eby. We was teammates, and man, it was just like, shit, kill or be killed. And every single time I stepped on the floor, because, you know, at that time, we didn't have no cell phones or no shit like that, right? So I think what's that shit? We had a Nextel that started to come out. You had the two-way, the fucking no-kill, where motherfuckers was playing Snake on the no-kill and shit like that. And in Texas, we had Prime Code, right? A Prime Code cell service.
Oh, everybody had. The world had Prime Code.
You had Prime Code.
I mean, you didn't know it, but everybody had Prime Code.
So you had to, I literally had to ride my bike to the library and go check the mock draft. And once I saw my name in there, I was like, yeah, in this year draft, in 2003, they got me projected to go late first round, second round. I'm like, oh, this shit real.
Let me ask you this. You said you was raised by your grandmama and granddaddy. Anybody that know you and watch you on ESPN, you known for some of your slogans and some of your old school sayings. Would you say that your grandmama and I know it's got to be true. You had to have got all of them damn sayings on their heels like church socks and carry on and all this and he an old soul and baby, like you got all you had to have picked up all of these sayings from the South and old school sayings from your granddaddy and grandmama.
I got a big ass family, right? My great grandmother, she had 20 kids. Think about this. So
that's that old school
that's
family.
Real old
20 kids,
and she stayed next door. So every Sunday, all my uncles, all my great uncles, they were at her house, and we have a big pot of gumbo and shit outside and all this shit going. And it was 3 card tables going on. You had spades, you had pity pat, and you
don't
had
know nothing about that spade.
Shit.
Boy, this shot time, boy. Pay you touch you boys
man,
nothing.
What
y'all that talking about?
I keep ace, king, queen in my back pocket. We can gamble right now. But look.
Y'all play that tongue down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And dominoes. So you got to think, right? You may have my Uncle Poochie. He just got off lock for doing 2 years. So he didn't play dominoes in incarcerated. Yeah. So he come in. He got his sayings at the domino table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go to the spade table. They got their sayings. Yeah. And that shit still go on to this day. So now I'm hearing these sayings when I'm at the table and they talking shit to me. I'm like, oh shit. I'm gonna
this
go put that.
This is a peek into the real black culture, everybody. This is a real peek, a little preview into what we have in a lot of different households growing up. This is how we become who we become.
I'm gonna go put this shit on TV.
You starting to slap cards and slap the table and say little sayings before you know it. You don't even know. You starting to say the shit too.
Yeah, like my uncle sat down, shit. They sat down at the domino table. I'm at the table, I'm winning, I'm talking shit. He sit down, he like, boy, I'm about to be on your ass like back pockets. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on that one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one.
And I'm gonna put
mental Rolodex.
Well, my question I gotta ask you is, when you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
Hey, who? How? When?
Let's hear this.
Oh shit. So I didn't get minutes. So you talking about at practice or you talking about in the game?
I'm just telling you, when you got to the league, who's that first NBA player that
Whoever
bust
come
your
to
ass?
mind when he asked that question, who popping your mind, kicking your ass?
Man,
We all been there.
is this
It
bitch
could have
ass-
been him right
no,
there.
It is him. It
Are you
is
serious?
him. So look, I'm just getting into the rotation. Me and Ticket start bumping heads from day one. We get to Minnesota. Man, Ticket give me that work. He talking big shit. He got the boys on the sideline. They talking big shit. We damn near about to go to blows to the point that people don't realize the first 3 weeks that he got to the Celtics, man, me and this didn't even talk. The first time we had a real conversation was after our first preseason game in Italy, when me and him, we went on the floor, dog, and we took it as a regular season game because we going against Chris Bosh and Bayani at the time with the Raptors. And we boned them people. We boned them. I came out of there with like 12, 8,
I hear
3.
you.
Ticket had him a double-double talking shit. Yeah. And it was right there like, shit, this my dog. But from that point, he even had to ask P. He asked Paul, hey, man, what's up with Perk, bro? I don't want no shit when I get there with him. I don't know.
Time out. This is like the second or third version of this out of her. Like Tick. Did the young fellas have to get your blessing before they had to earn your blessing? Because Big Baby told us something similar to this. Like, motherfucker ain't talking to them until they earn their keep. Did you feel that way? And Tick, what was your take on it? What did they have to show you before they really garnered your respect?
So let's back up. We're gonna rewind.
Rewind that shit.
So when I used to go to Boston, dog, anytime I went into a place that had banners, Chicago, LA, Boston, Philly, the banners, dog, the banners to me used to always signify the history, right? So when I used to go to Boston playing against Twan, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So when I was coming in there, they had Twan, Rayfler friends, they got Petit, they got these youngsters. So I went through about 3-4 years of that. Then here comes this young generation of Perk, Big Al, you know what I'm saying? And it was Gerald Green, and they barking. TA, these young boys just barking. So I understand it. I wasn't tripping, but I'm in Boston, and the only thing I'm focused on is the banners. So I'm playing crazy. I don't know, I'm yelling up, but these are taking this so personal. So when we come back around, he up next. Ain't no Rayford Prince here, ain't no Petit here. It's him and Big Al. So they was on hey, let's go at this old head. I'm only like 25, 27 though, so I'm still, whatever, right? And they trying to mark, bro. So I get it, but nah. It's the way it's gonna go, And it's killed to be killed. So whenever we played, we never got an understanding. So it was just always what it was. So when I came to Boston, I was like, every time I play this guy is something. Every time I play dude is something. I get it. All right, cool. He's from high school. I don't know if he, trying to, you know what I'm trying to say. I played D Miles, the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It was just consistently, yo. I think after me and D Miles' first 4 or 5 times playing, I think it got mellowed out and we was cool, right? I think you even moved around or something, right? But Perk, it was always like, nah, I want my respect from this mug right here. And I was like, nah, that ain't the way that go. So we ain't never got an understanding. So when I got the bean, the first thing I said, man, what's up with the young boy? Is he cool? Because it really be coming on like some real, like I hit this girl or something, or he got something personal on me or something. Like, nah, he just at you. He fuck with you, he love you, he want to be like you, but he at you. So I was like, okay, cool. So once I got that understanding, I wanted to test his temperature, so I let a whole month go by just to see how he rock, you know what I'm saying? And then when it was time to lock in, I knew like, okay, we're gonna be out here. I see how that Tibbs is putting us in responsibility for the defense. Him and I got to anchor the middle. Let me get on the same page with him. Come here, let me holler at you. And it was right after we had Dusty's in Toronto in Italy. And I saw how he worked, and I saw how he grind. Then I watched after practice. And there was only like 3 or 4 guys in the gym after we get done. Y'all know how the gym go. When practice over, everybody out the door. So I saw him put his work in. So I was like, okay, I respect his work. I see what he's doing. See if he be in here tomorrow. Okay, I see. And it was him and Baby. And then Leon started seeing him and Baby start. So then Leon started. The next thing you know, dog, we had this this camaraderie with the bigs. And every day when you heard about the G unit runs, when you heard about the cage, that was us making each other better. And we look forward to that every day. And that's why we brothers to this day. It's in boots over everything. But we had to go through that.
Perk, tell me this. How was it for you getting to be Paul's teammate? Because everybody know he a different type of dude.
Yeah, let's hear this. P University, as we call it.
So how was it like getting to know who Paul Pierce was and being a teammate of Paul Pierce?
Let me say
When
this.
did you get his respect, should I say?
Real talk, it was about maybe 15 games in my rookie season, and I wasn't playing. So in that draft class, it was Marcus Banks, and we know, like, Marcus Banks, man. Marcus Banks came in on that I'm him Hollywood type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, when he walk, he want to watch himself walk type swag, right? So he got the jewels. And we had Big Swole, B. Hunt, Brandon Hunter.
Big
God rest his soul. Yeah, man.
Rest in peace,
Yeah,
Brandon
man.
Hunter, man.
And B. Hunt, you know, he 290, 3% body fat. And so they kind of was on the, we ain't on that rookie shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on that those rookie duties. Like, nigga, we ain't on that. Right. So, you know how Paul is. We had that one night, you know what I'm saying, that Club Shiznick, and he come in, Club Shiznick still on P a little bit. So Ticket know what I'm saying, that Club Shiznick, and it's still on P, that means he still gonna be wild in that practice. So whatever we just saw him doing at 4 in the morning, we about to see him doing at 12 that next day after practice. So he just come in on one. He like, I need to see who want to be here. So we like, shit, it's all good. What's up? So it's like, I'm talking about the snow up to here outside. He like, he throw $1,500 on the ground. I got $1,500 right now. Any one of you motherfuckers, you, one of you 3 motherfuckers, go outside right now in your tights and give me 100 push-ups in the snow. You know, Marcus, he like, shit, I win lottery. I don't need the 1,500. You know what I'm saying? B. Hunt went second round. He ain't really feeling that shit. I'm like, shit.
Got me fucked up.
I do it. So I go outside in the snow in my tights, knock out 100. He give me the 15. I walk in. He like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. He want to be here. And ever since then, it was like, young fella, come to the crib. We playing dominoes. Young fella, let's go here. Like, ever since that point, it was like if P went to the gym late night, he was hitting me up. And right then, it was just like, shit, P my dog. And you had to learn P. Like, P go give us them classic P moments, dog. Like, right. And I tell people that that's just P.
Facts. Talk about the transition of coming out from being a player going into TV. Talk about that transition and how and what that was like for you, man.
Here this motherfucker go. You know, every time I see this motherfucker, he be like, oh man, here this corporate go right here, old corporate ass.
And I saw the process, you know what I'm saying? I'm studying the process, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's a big up to you, my
no
brother.
Bullshit, because I watched where you started from.
That's a congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
It's a big thing.
And Lord, let me say something to you, bro.
So when we say shit like that, it ain't a disrespect.
You killing
it's
it,
a
real
salute.
shit.
It's a salute, because so motherfucker to come from where you came from, straight out of high school, you ain't got no college experience, no none of that. And then we see your country ass up on motherfucking ESPN shutting it down. Carry on.
Being
moving
yourself.
to this show, to that show,
being
to this
yourself,
show. To where
right.
you gotta be a constant up that bitch
part.
because you doing numbers and you killing it. That's a respect.
No. But yeah, I know the big homie gotta give me, you know what I'm saying? The nigga gonna give me a hard time.
Well, me and you didn't talk offline. Like, look, and I done said, hey, bro, salute.
Killing
like,
man.
You up there moving and shaking, doing your thing. And we know, all of us, it ain't easy.
Nah.
Ticket Hall of Fame up here. As big as it gets in our industry, in our game. And he too. This is what lets me know that all us the same at the end of the day.
Word.
When he retired, what you had to do, bro? When you came to this game, you don't get to bring your Hall of Fame ring and your yellow jacket and all your
right back
your
fresh.
They tell you to bring we the only industry where they tell you, go pro, become the best, be the Hall of Famer, and then when you get through, we gotta go pro again.
Yeah.
All 4 of us up here had to KG certified. He went pro again. You on ESPN doing everything you do, building the empire you built. You went pro again. You on a network, bro. And it's harder for you to do what you do, even though you make it look as easy as it is. It's way more parameters you got to deal with, and it's less easy to go pro again. So it's a big salute to you being in the space. You on ESPN damn near every day, 5 days a week, weekends. You when the playoffs and all that, you prime time. You put in a position where, bitch, they could disturb your peace because you just telling the truth about what happened in the game.
And the shit, man, to be honest, it happened by accident. Because I never thought that I would be up on television talking the game or talking about the game or what I see, especially a country boy, right? I'm up here, I'm speaking with broken English. You sitting around all these basketball insiders, these journalists, and it's almost like for the first 2 years, I had to earn the respect of them, and I had to earn the respect of the fans, right? Because at first it's like, man, why this motherfucker on TV? Sometimes this motherfucker, I don't even understand what he's saying. Motherfucker, you understand now? Like, and so when I think about it, my first year and a half, I did that shit for free. Like, I didn't get paid a dime, man. It was just like I did it for free. And I had so many regrets as a player, right? In the summertime, not being in the lab enough. Towards the end of my career, when Troy Weaver and Sam Preston was telling me, stay in Oklahoma, work out with Nick, start to shoot the corner 3 perk, and you can add 3 more years to your game. And I was just like, nah, I'm going back to the crib, going back to Texas and do Texas things.
Right.
Whether that was blowing that loud, sipping that drink, doing whatever I wanted to do on some real shit. And so when I got into this space, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. No more regrets. I'm gonna go all the way in with this shit. And so every single time they call, I'm available. They could call me. It was a time where I landed from New York at 10 o'clock at night in Houston. I got a phone call. They was like, hey, we need you in LA by 9 o'clock in the morning. I had to get on the flight like 5 o'clock in the morning, jump right back on. But I just don't want to leave anything, any regrets behind. I want to maximize it. I want to make this better than my last stop, right? That's why I always tell people I close that shit. I close that basketball chapter of my life, and I don't even care if I come on ESPN and they put, you know, I just want them to put Kendrick Perkins, NBA analyst. Fuck the 2008 champion. Fuck the 14 years. Fuck the like, this is who I am right now. And I'm trying to, and I'm maximizing that shit because, you know, like, man, you really have to start from the bottom. You know, the motherfuckers treat you like you're at the bottom.
Straight up.
And you got to earn the respect of the network, earn the respect of the fan base. So it's been good. And you got to go in there and speak the real. Like, it hurts sometimes because I done fucked off some relationships, right? Like, motherfuckers I was real close with. Like, we done got into heated arguments where, shit, I ain't talked to KD in like 2 years.
Right.
What Ticket is to me is what I was to KD.
Right.
I got to Oklahoma, I was the big homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Introducing them to certain shit like this life. Enjoy it, but you go still punch in the clock. So it's like, but I got to do my job. Because them people ain't trying to hear it. As a Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, Ticket, if you want to go back in that space, Shaq, Barkley, you know, Hall of Famers, they get a little bit more leeway to play the player side of things. I don't get that leeway, right? Like, it'll be cut at the drop of a dime.
That's a testament to your work, bro. Like, I always, like, you been here a million times. I done said it, like, me and Black wasn't nobody's all-stars. We ain't getting no jerseys retired and nobody's building. But that just shows you that you don't have to be that to actually be able to contribute to this space and to be able to have a say-so and have a knowledge about it. You another walking piece of evidence. Neither one of y'all went to college. Neither one of y'all did this or that. y'all ain't everybody's favorite player, whatever. Of course, y'all got y'all fans and people who fuck with y'all and love y'all, but like, we ain't the people's choice. We ain't the favorites, but that don't matter. If you do your thing and you come in and you talk and you say what's real and be authentic, there's somebody that's all like you. You from Beaumont, Texas. Bro, it's a whole world out there that relate and hear and talk just like you.
That's why I want to give y'all flowers, because y'all was the first ones to really lay this foundation for everybody.
Real talk.
And then follow. Y'all
Real
started
talk.
this trend on some real shit,
Real
bro.
talk.
And then I get so many people always asking me about this motherfucker. Like, cause they watching.
It just is what it is.
But the thing is, they watching them, right? They know the KG that they seen on the floor. Now they seeing a different side of KG in the media and on KG Certified, and they like, man, I would love to kick it with this for a day. And I'm like, y'all just seeing what I've been seeing for my whole time. I was a teammate behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, we got to keep laying the foundation, not just for the guys that's coming up out the league, but even these young boys that's coming out of college. Because I tell my oldest son all the time, like, I don't know if he's going to be a hooper, right? You could tell, like, he's hooping, but I don't know if he's going to be that, because you could tell, like, at that age of 15, either you got it in you or don't. So I'm telling him, I'm like, look, bro, it's other areas. You got 3 more years of high school. It's other areas you could tap into right now and go make you a nice-ass living. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
I got one more question to ask you before you get out of here. You had a lot of teammates over your NBA career. If you had to pick 4 other teammates to make you an all-time starting 5 of your career, who would be them other 4 teammates?
Look, I call myself a male groupie, dog. I played with 13 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
13 of them. 13 of them.
Who would be that 4?
So look, I'm gonna take myself out of it and give you my 5.
No, we need you in it.
No.
No, we need you in it because we put a poll together with everybody who picked their.
You gotta be in it, 5.
So you gotta be in it. So you only can pick 4.
So you the 5. Give me the 4 through 1.
Man, shit. I'm going with my dog off the muscle.
Ticket at the 4.
I'm going my dog. Right. Listen, man. Cedric Cornbread Maxwell say this motherfucker was the best all-around player they ever put on the Celtic uniform. I ain't leaving off my list.
Wish I was
off
young
my
when
start.
I got to the scene.
Hey, so, and I'm going with P, dog. I got to go with Truth, and it's not me.
Yeah, Ticket. I wouldn't expect nothing less.
Paul
and Ticket.
But you know why?
Truth at the 3 or he at the 2?
Truth at the 3.
Okay.
Here's why I'm going with Truth. The reason being is Paul arguably had one of the greatest individual runs in playoff history.
Yeah.
This motherfucker had to go head-to-head with Joe Johnson, Braun. Okay, we matched up with the Pistons with Chauncey and Rip and Tayshaun and all that. But then to top it off, to go head-to-head with Cole, like,
and win the MVP?
Yeah, like P was that be sleeping when P say certain shit, but then they forget, like, P, you got the game fucked up with Paul. So
yeah, I hate how they hate on P.
Yeah,
man.
and then
I got a level of respect for Paul. And he got a level of respect for me.
I already know.
We wanted the action every time. Ticket, no.
I know too.
No bullshit being pulled, so I got respect for him.
And
but
then,
he know. When he saw me, he had to bring the same shit.
The next two, I want to put Doe in that conversation. I want to put Rondo at the 1, but I can't. I gotta roll with KD, and I gotta roll with Braun. If that's it, that's what it is.
Russ, KD, Truth.
No. Braun, KD, Paul, KG.
He
and
put
myself.
Braun at the 1. He was an honest person saying Braun is our point guard. Like most people don't like to say he kept it a bang. I ain't
now look.
That's crazy.
If you asking me if I need a starting 5 for a game 7, who I'm picking?
No. You just gave it. You just gave it.
I didn't get that. I told you. I wouldn't say
you
game.
gave
like
it
that.
5. I like that.
I like
That's gonna be a hard 5.
Brian, KD, True, KG.
That's
I got everything. I got everything I need.
Dang,
listen.
that's dangerous right there.
Listen, we respect that, man. But hey, everybody here, I appreciate y'all. Y'all give it up for the Knuckleheads, Q Ridge, D Miles, KG Certified, and of course our illustrious ESPN analyst up here, Mr. Perk, Big Dog Kendrick Perkins. We honored to be joined with the one and only John Wall right now. So we gonna get into it like we know how, man. Talk our little ish. Blackest one, what's up?
Oh man, I'm happy to be here, man. We got all these beautiful people in the crowd, man. Glad to have Jay Wall here, man. Big ticket.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Beautiful event, man.
Shout out Rebrand, shout out Players Tribune for doing it up for us out here, real nice and decent.
I got a question. You know, we talking about the draft. We here for the draft, but I got a question for John Wall. Like, I know when I came out, I had this suit like Kendrick Perkins had on the ESPN commercial with Carmelo Anthony. It was real big.
The double baggy
Did you
joint?
have one of them suits when you came out for the draft, or you was it was a little tighter than? Because you know these days, them young fellas, they
With
show
your
them
ankles out.
Everything
They got them
in your
ankles out every
Everything
time.
in your row, right?
Nah, 2010, I wasn't wearing no fitted suits back then. It was a little big, but my mom picked my suit out, so it was cool. It wasn't like your suit you talking about, like on the commercial they got, but it was like oversized though. It wasn't no fitted. You wasn't seeing no ankles or nothing like that.
Yeah, them guys got them ankles out, man, these days.
That's the mood, though.
Hey, Ticket, let's take it back to your draft, man. I can remember being at the crib in Chicago watching. You about to make history. You just leaving Farragut. I'm seeing you right there in the Red West. And you the highest, at that point, the highest high school pick to ever go out. Did you know you was going to go to the T-Wolves? Did you have any idea where you was going to go and that you would be making history at that point?
Honestly, I thought I was going to Toronto because I knew Zeke was a big fan of mine, and he told me to my face that if you're there at 7, I'm going to take you. And I was gassed, you know. I was coming through Chicago, so I had just learned all this history about the West Side of Chicago, pretty much how the whole rumble rose, you know what I'm saying? And in the fiber of all of that, Isaiah Thomas and his family is in the fiber of the West Side and how that went, you know what I'm saying? So it was almost like a compliment, but when I did the workout, I had to do this random-ass workout that was totally different from how everybody else had to do it because I was still in school. And Kevin McHale was at the workout, so he and Isaiah Thomas was up there just watching me or whatever. So I knew he had liked me or whatever, and I had a good workout in front of him. So I knew, you don't know what's going to happen in the draft until it happens, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went in there, I knew I felt good about what I had displayed, and then the rest is history.
What y'all think about, I feel like when we was in the league, when we got in the league, man, we was in the ice age. But now, in this day and era, man, we looking at these drafts, man, these boys have the grills in, they have the chain, they have the bracelet, the ring. What you think about that ice they be showing every year on this draft day, man?
I don't know, they doing too much. Like even you go to media day, they got grills, chains on media day. They supposed to be like get ready for the season. Yeah, they got their drills in and all that. Like I first came in, I had like
different now.
but no, when I first
we could never do.
But when I first came in 2010, like vets won't allow that. Like, nah, you gonna come in, be professional, do it this way. Like now the young guys is running it. They got no vets, so they going the way however they want to do it. So it's the image thing for them. They feel like they're a rapper.
Wow.
They lit.
And they different than us. They been getting money before the draft. We didn't get the money until we got to the draft.
Right. NIL and how, is it a good thing though?
They already been getting
They
money.
get
so they
NIL
can
money.
afford to
Is
get
it a good thing though for these young kids to get money this
I
young?
give you my take on it is this. It's a good thing to a certain extent. Because if you waking up every morning at 6 a.m. to work out, and now you telling me I'm a junior in high school and I'm getting $4 million, are you still getting up at 6 a.m. because you got your dream car? So it depends on if you really love the game. So then they let you know if you love the game and you really want to play it for the love, or you playing it for the fame and the money and what come with it.
Yeah.
That's really what it's not done too. It's not really showed you who really wants this. I told you, man, if you ever want to see if him works hard, give him everything. See if you still work hard. See if you still stay committed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See if you stay, accountable. See if you still got potential for him to grow.
I'm not as mad at them getting paid. I feel like guys should get paid even to like you say to a certain extent in situations, but I don't like the transfer portal. Like I don't like the way it's like the parameters, because it's like, to me, a kid could not have any problems, but you know what I'm saying, you could love the university,
Jump
you
in
could
the
love
portal, get
everything
some
about
money.
it, but you go into practice one day and your coach chew your ass out and get in your ass,
Right.
and you salty about that. You come home and say, all right, I'm cool, I'm out. I don't like the way he talked. Bro, that ain't setting them up to learn, to have no toughness, no mental. Like, we all had them coaches that got off in our ass and let us know you ain't this or you ain't that, and you got work to do. You need to get, like, if we could just run from that, we about to have a soft-ass generation. That's what I feel like. If you could just, whenever it get tough, I could just take off. I don't like that part of it.
Let's say if I'm at this school and I was getting 800,000, right? I'm going to my 5th year. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna test the portal. Now another school offered me $2 million. You think I ain't gonna leave? It might not be the best situation or the right fit, but they're gonna go chase it. So I'm like, if you're a top high school player in the country, you're gonna go number 1, number 2, number 3, regardless. Don't chase the money right then. Go for the right fit. Because you chasing the money, it might be a bad fit where you don't prepare yourself to go to the league the next year. So they chasing the money.
Wow, that's gonna be it, huh?
Where was your draft at, John?
In New York.
New York? Where was
Yep.
yours at?
Mine was in Toronto.
Mine
We was still in that generation where it was
Where
moving
you had to
around.
move it.
Before it
Yeah.
stopped, it just said New York, New York.
We was
New York.
in
We was
Minnesota.
in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out Khalid Al-Amin. He from there, so we had a dope-ass after
Yeah,
party. Otherwise,
Khalid.
I don't know what the hell we would
I had
have
a dope
did.
when I went to Greenhouse. I was lit.
Hey, let me ask you this though. I want to tap in on the current NBA. Ticket, you a Celtics legend, a Celtics great. Tell me how you feel. I mean, I got a little preview from the Certified and True Lounge connection, but tell me what it is for you to watch them boys hang up banner number 18 and y'all take over the lead over the Lakers and get 18 to their 17. What do that mean
I see
to
what you
one of
on.
the
I
best
see what you
Celtics
on.
all time?
I see what you on. That's that Clipper
We
shit.
ain't
It's all
gonna act
good.
like that ain't thing.
It's a green summer. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody wear your green this summer. It felt good to see the guys actually, reach their goal. That group of guys has been through some shit the last
Facts.
5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see them get over the hump. I thought they was the better team throughout the whole year. I think they was consistent throughout the whole year, and they played angry. They played mad. They played, you know what I'm saying? You know how you play when you get that get back. You get back and you know how you want to go. I felt like they was really locked in from A to Z, from training camp all the way to the finals, man. And now it's the question mark, can they repeat? I think they got the tools to be able to repeat. I would love to see what they do in the summer, but yeah, it's a green summer. I'm glad to see the guys winning, man.
You feel like they was disrespected a little bit back? Because, I mean, everybody want to talk about people that was injured who they played. Like, this was one of the most dominant playoff runs, period. They lost, 2-3 games?
Yep.
They kicked the shit out of everybody.
I don't know what people was watching,
4-1,
bro.
gentlemen sweep in the finals. Like, they, regardless of what you think or what you got to say, you got to put the respect on their name to what they actually did. No matter what was put in front of them, the outcome is the outcome. They had one of the most
They
impressive
lost 2
and
games
dominant.
all playoffs.
That's
That's what I'm saying,
dominant.
bro. You got to go do that, and you got to win on the road. You know how hard it is. That's what I'm saying. Some of these takes, man, it be killing players that play because you know how hard it is to win on the road. You know what the road's
Regardless
like.
of who
You know what that
lined up.
atmosphere is like. You know what that focus got to be, right? So yeah, man, I was just listening. You know, when you don't understand something, you listen a little more. So yeah, big ups to the C's, man. To go in Indiana in a high-paced game on the road and win. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on. Nah, I didn't get it. But I know basketball, and I know what I was watching, and what they was doing was nothing short of greatness.
What y'all think about the coaching hires this offseason? We got Kenny Atkinson going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously. And the more controversial one, my former teammate, JJ Redick.
Yeah, what's y'all take? Yeah, let me hear y'all, because y'all played with him. I didn't know he was a coach. I didn't know.
My take on JJ getting the job, I mean, obviously it's a lot of things being said back and forth about privilege or whatever. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I feel like obviously it's a million coaches out there that's been doing it big as assistant coaches and things like that. But let's not act like this hasn't happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first one, won't be the last. From Doc to Mark Jackson to Steve Nash to several others, you know what I'm saying, that really had a lot of coaching experience. I mean, we got to see what he gonna do. I fuck with JJ. Like, I thought different of him before I was his teammate. When I became his teammate, I got a new, you know what I'm saying, understanding of who he is and what he about. he gonna do well. I think he really know this shit, and I think he gonna do well. I don't think he gonna take no shit from nobody. He ain't scared to say something when something is some bullshit. The JJ Redick I know gonna call bullshit when he see it, and I think that's gonna do well for him in his career as a coach.
Let me hear your take, man. What you think about the JJ Redick hire?
Kind of like Q said, I think like it's a lot of other coaches that could have got the job. You know, like I've been had Sam Cassell as my assistant coach. You know, he been trying to get a head coaching job for a while, but like you said, this ain't the first rodeo when the first time coach is getting those type of jobs. It's a lot of pressure though. You know what I mean? He got Braun there if he signed back there, and LA want to win. They want to hang banners, and it's gonna be a lot of pressure playing for the Lakers. So it's gonna be tough. I'm excited for him, happy for him. I played against him. I didn't never have the mindset of sitting and being a coach, but he got a great IQ. So you just gotta sit back and see what happens.
I'm on the same stuff, man. I want to see. I didn't know JJ actually possessed none of this. When I started to hear him in some of his takes, I started to hear his IQ. I started to hear his growth. I knew he was a great shooter, smart player. That was it. You know, I ain't really heard too much on him. I ain't really had too much. So when I heard that he was in the talks for a coach, I just thought there was, I don't know, more assistants that have put the work in and actually built up to the point to be able to be, you know, considered for a coaching job. But listen, man, in this world where everything is changing right before our eyes, I think that the processes are changing. I think the yesteryear and traditional ways of doing stuff is totally out the window. We're in the new age of it. And I think a hire like that seems to me more of a popular or inside. You know what I'm saying? This feels like a leveraging piece in being able to keep LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be hard for Bron to come in here and ask for JJ Redick and then you walk out the door. So I see a couple games being played here, and I'm just observing, right? But yeah, that's what it feels like. But I'm looking forward to see how he do, man. You know?
The one thing that I seen firsthand, that motherfucker work his ass off. And I ain't saying that just to be saying that. Boy, work. Before, after, summertime's crucial. Like, so I got like, if whatever happens, I know it's not gonna be a failure because he ain't put the work in. He about to go and tuck his head down and fucking work. That's one thing I'm super confident in. That motherfucker work.
So let me say this. The one thing I want to say is that, so I watched I played with Jason Kidd in the International, one of the greatest point guards ever. Then I went to Brooklyn and I played for him, right? So the one thing I think that players, you can say this for Steve Nash too, John. You was a point guard. As a point guard, you know that you can manipulate the game. You already know this. You know the pace, all this, right? The one thing you can't do when you're a coach, man, you can see something as a point guard, but when you sit right there, it's different from when you got the ball in your hand.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd had great ideas. He had, obviously, you see his growth, and obviously he got to the finals this year, but he couldn't manipulate the game through the coaching of a point guard and see it the same way. Him and Darren Williams, they banged, and they really butt heads a lot on the theories just because of just that. So, you know, it's one thing when you sitting there watching it, bro. When you in that seat and you gotta draw it up, man, that's a whole nother experience. Right. And I just wonder if he's thought about that, you know?
I'm happy for JJ, but the Lakers signing JJ, is they trying to take it to the next level? Like, what was the sign for? What was JJ for? If this we still trying to go for a championship, or it's just we just getting the coach just to?
Yeah, I think they actually hired him to.
So you feel like they feel JJ can take them
over the hump? Yeah.
With Darvin Ham, they went to the conference finals, then they lost first round. So JJ is supposed to get them over the hump.
That's what this is. That's what the assumption is. Why would you hire somebody unless you say we're starting over and we're going to X, Y, and Z? You didn't say that. And then I thought his answer was a bit cocky, yo.
Oh,
I ain't got no answer for that.
Hey,
but
look,
don't get no fuck.
JJ ain't bad.
I ain't got no answer
you heard
for
him
that.
look straight in the camera. So I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
I ain't seen that JJ. I ain't never in my life seen that JJ. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never.
That's literally, look, Tick, that's JJ
like that?
though. That's how he approached shit. I ain't bullshit. That ain't cap. That was real talk. That's JJ how he gonna attack shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work out the best for him, but I like the JJ I know, like he ain't backing down from a challenge. And the shit they asked him, I'm not mad at him saying I don't give a fuck, because I believe he really didn't give a fuck about what they said. Like, I don't think he's in it to change somebody's perception. He's in it to fucking win.
That's a wild answer.
It was.
A wild answer. Getting introduced John Wall getting introduced as a coach. He answers the same way. Yeah, I ain't got no answer for that. And I don't give no fuck.
It's going to be received a little different. We know that.
They're going to boo him out the room. But what? Like, yeah, that was a wild answer. I ain't never seen that one. That's all.
You know, some people can say certain things, some people can't. That's just what it is, man.
What Don
Like
King say?
some people can get off the couch and
Get
be
a
the
bucket.
head coach of the Lakers. Some people can't.
Hey, let me ask y'all this though. What y'all think? Does Paul George and Jimmy Butler, are they Clippers and Heat after this summer? Do they both go back and be back with the Clippers and back with the Heat, or do
gonna
y'all
ask
see
John
them
Wall
going
that one.
elsewhere?
Let me ask that one.
And if so, where y'all see them going?
I kind of see Jimmy trying to get back over there with the Philly with Embiid. Because you got to remember they
You
said.
think?
Listen, you got to
After
remember
they
they
dissed
said.
him?
Remember the year they lost to Kawhi when he hit that shot, right? They was mad that they asked Ben Simmons. Are you going? They was deciding between Ben Simmons and Jimmy. They chose Ben because he said he was going to work on his game. And they got rid of Jimmy. And look what Jimmy been. He hasn't won a championship, but he's been in two finals. You know what I mean? So now Embiid wants him. And I think he's the guy that can get Embiid to get out of that mode he be in at times.
That was a good combination too.
That was a
man.
great combination. You
So
add
you
that.
see
You
Jimmy
add that.
leaving. What about
But then
PG?
I'm gonna get to that point. But then you add that with Maxey, where Jimmy don't need the ball, and Maxey get to be himself, and B get to be himself. Jimmy fits that role as a defender, bring that dog, can be a closer for him when teams are double team him. But I think Paul George leaves. I just think that course is ran its course.
You think PG leaves too?
Yeah.
Ooh, you think
Now,
PG
see,
leaves
I
Clippers?
don't know what.
I don't think.
Because if I thought PG would leave, I think the only place
he's
he would
asking for
go.
4 year 200, right? They're not trying to give him that. That's what the problem is right now. They're stuck on not trying to get that. I think they gave Kawhi like 4 year 153 or 163 extension, if I'm not wrong. He wants 200. He wants a 4 year deal, 200. So he's at the point now. And then we know where they can be if they're healthy, but every year is always one of them getting hurt in the playoffs. And sometimes you get to that course of like, you got to move on. You got to move on. Like, you know how special they are when they're together. I play with both of them, but I just think PG want to go to a different space. That's just my mindset of looking at it.
How many years they been together? 5 years, 4 years?
Nah, it's like 5. Because they both signed an extension when they got there, and then they're trying to re-up it now.
I think if Jimmy stay in Miami, it's just gonna be a crash happening. It's gonna be a bad situation. I know Riley ain't gonna hold his tongue. Jimmy gonna get in this mode because he feel like he deserve everything he's supposed to get.
He do.
And I think that's gonna be a crash. I think for Miami, it might be best for just gonna move on if that's the decision you make. Because if you don't pay that man, I think it's gonna be a crash. With PG, I hope he stay a Clipper. Man, I think the they done got the short end of the stick. They never been healthy at the right time. They never got the opportunity to really, in the playoffs, all us ready to go. Let's go full force through a playoffs. I don't know if they'll get that opportunity, but, you know, I'm rooting for them Clippers, so I hope he stay. He's an L.A. kid, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of them L.A. kids look up to him and love to see them L.A. boys do their thing in L.A. I just think it's just fitting for him. I don't think it, you know, going all the way back across the country, you know.
They say he might go up the road, though. They saying if Clay leave, he might go up to the Bay.
Yeah. If Clay
That's
leave,
out there. I'm just saying, that's what's out there, Ticket.
That'll be nice.
Man. Whew. I don't know, but Jimmy Butler back in Philly, that's a good look.
That could be crazy.
And then what does that say for Miami, though, you know?
I think
don't
they
know.
passed
It
the torch to
definitely-
Bam.
Really?
I think if you do that, you passing the torch to Bam.
Well,
To take that next step to be that
well,
franchise
all this
guy.
you got to do, Zell, man, to build up to be better for the Siege. I think everybody who's making these changes is thinking about how do you dethrone the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be tough.
John Wall, man, I just want you to know, man, you're one of my favorite young boys, man. I've always been a super fan of yours.
Straight up.
I got a ton of respect for you, man. I hope you get another opportunity at this shit because you can play with a lot of these young boys. Real shit. You hear me?
Appreciate that.
Keep chasing that shit, bro.
For sure.
You hear me? Respect. Good to see you.
Straight up,
sir.
Real shit.
Hell yeah,
Love following your career, man. You're one of my favorite players. Like watching your steps, man, and you know, man, I love what you're doing after this, man. We love to see the growth. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm a fan of the representation of the big guard. I felt like I wasn't the biggest guard, but I played bigger than I was. And I feel like you was one of them motherfuckers, like one of the dudes that had the most blocks as a PG, played big, body, big dudes, all of that stuff. So you already know how I'm rocking. I fuck with it. We appreciate you, big
Good to
dog.
see you, J. Wall.
Yes, sir.
My dog.
Give it up for the Knuckleheads, Q Ridge, D Miles, KG Certified, John Wall, and the Point Guard Podcast.